everyone, this is Rose and welcome to my random channel. This is actually going to be, I'm going to title this March favorites, but it's honestly going to be my favorites since my last favorites video, which I think was in January. So honestly, it's a combination of February and March, but I'm just going to include it in one and just go from there. I do talk about things in different categories. I'll have everything listed down below. Of course, if it's something that you're not interested in, you can check the description box, look at the order, and use that fast forward button. So here we go. I'm going to start with probably the category that you're least interested in, and that's going to be random favorites. The first random favorite I'm going to have to share is not yet debuted on my channel, even though I've been twice in the last year. That is Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. I love D.C. I have family in Maryland, and I have friends that live in D.C. And I went for Christmas. If you're following my Lost vlogs, is what I'm calling them, I'm still actually uploading my Vlogmas vlogs from 2015. I ended on day 16. I believe the next vlog, or maybe the vlog after that, is actually going to show when I went to DC for Christmas, 2 Christmases ago. And then I actually just went in February, at the end of February. If you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, which if you don't, you should, I actually just got done Instagramming my pictures from my most recent trip. And of course, while I was in DC, I snapped everything, so. But yeah, I absolutely love DC. There's so much to do. There's so much history. I'm not going to really say anything else in regards to what's going on there right now. DC, it's such a melting pot. I just love going up there. But that was a favorite memory from the end of February. The next thing is actually from that trip. And I used it on my most recent trip. I actually just went to New Orleans a couple weeks ago. But if you would have followed me on mainly Snapchat, I believe, or on Instagram, because I have been posting to my Instagram stories, you would have seen this lovely item, which I'm actually seriously considering doing like a separate video on this. This is probably the nicest piece of luggage I've ever gotten myself, but at the same time, it being the nicest, it was very affordable. This thing was maybe like 40 bucks on Amazon. This is definitely not a carry-on size. This is a check-in size, and my setup right now is not doing a good job whatsoever of showing you what this looks like. I absolutely love this. I checked this in. There are a few scratches and dings, but overall, this thing held up. It's so lightweight, but it holds a lot. Compartments on the inside are very convenient to keep your clothing separated. So not properly prepared. Can you see? There's like the side that has like, there we go. Like the straps to hold your clothes, and then the other side actually has a zipper separation compartment that has a pouch on the outside. That's normally where I hold my toiletries underneath, and then there's an additional smaller pouch in between those. I probably just did the crappiest job describing what this looks like on the inside. But anyway, this piece of luggage is by the company. It'd be pretty beneficial if I told you that at least. I Fly. And I absolutely love this. I've only flown once where I only had a carry-on, so I normally check in bags. But if I ever need any more pieces of luggage in the future, I would definitely be ordering from this company. The next random thing, I did my own little separate, I did a couple of videos actually talking about the next 2 items. Updating you guys on the updates to my channel, because I do have professional lighting now, along with this new camera. I did the review on the camera because I ordered a special version to kind of save money on it. But it's a Canon G7X Mark II, and that's what I'm filming with right now. Absolutely love this camera. Totally do not know all the ins and outs of it yet. but just so satisfied with the quality of my videos now, and hopefully you guys have, actually no, some of you guys have actually said that you definitely see a huge difference in my videos now. I love this camera. And then the lights I have, I cannot tell you what the name of the company is, but it was a very affordable light set. I have 2 umbrellas and a shorter light that's closer to my face. Very easy to put together, very affordable, of course, off of Amazon. Just about almost everything I have I've gotten off of Amazon. I may still do a video review on the light set that I have. It's like a daylight set. I can't think of the name, but it'll be in the description box, and the actual specific link to the seller that offers this light set. I think the whole set was like 50 bucks. I originally wanted to get a ring light, but those things are like, just for one ring light, the cheapest one I could find, I think, was like $80. I guess the next thing can kind of go in the random category, even though technically it's food, but it's these random instant Asian noodles that I came across on, like, while walking. It was a random night I was walking through Rite Aid looking for like some ramen noodles to eat, because every once in a while I do crave them. And I did originally save the package, but I think I tossed it because it was just chilling on my counter and starting to get on my nerves. If I can find an image of it, I'll pop it up now. But it was like a Korean instant noodle. They were delicious. So delicious that I looked them up on Amazon to order, because I was not about to go buy another package from Rite Aid for $3 each. I feel horrible for not thinking of a name, but I'm sure by the time I'm editing this, I've figured it out and like annotated it and including the picture at some point. But if you're looking for some good instant Asian noodles and with a specific like Korean flavor, those were delicious. The next item is a monthly subscription service that I still have not filmed a video for yet, but I will, and it's for NatureBox. It's basically a food monthly subscription service where you can order snacks, different amounts of snacks. It's really up to you. You basically get each bag of snacks at a discounted rate after paying like a flat $5 fee or something like that. I've done the whole snack thing. Gray's was the one I tried previously, and I have to say, most of those snacks tasted too healthy for me. I'm not a health nut. But these NatureBox snacks, I actually ended up ordering like 8 or 9 different bags of snacks, and I think I ended up liking at least 5 or 6 of them where I would reorder them. So look out for a more thorough review on it coming to my channel very soon. If you're already familiar with it and you would like to join, of course, I can find a link and post it down below. Next random thing, I think I've talked about it before, but I finally finished the 4th season while I was in DC, ironically, by House of Cards. So excited for the next season to come out next month. Oh my god, I love that show. Love Kevin Spacey. Maybe I love the show since I love DC so much, but just how that 4th season ended. God. I mean, I never thought I could really get into a political drama, but I got into this. Or actually, I have to say, I have my ex-boyfriend to thank, because he originally watched it before we started dating, and then he got me to watch it with him one night, and then I just got sucked in. But yeah, I love Kevin Spacey, love DC. I'm not like, I have strong political views, but I'm not like one of those obvious political types. Like, people rarely know my feelings on stuff because I'm very private about it. So I don't usually watch a lot of politically driven material, but this show is awesome. If you're looking for something new to watch, binge watch it before the season premiere in May comes up. I'll put the date up. You will not regret it. Another show that I'm actually not completely done with, but I've binge watched in the last 3 months, is American Horror Story. I originally watched the 1st season when it first came out, and then just never watched the 2nd or 3rd or 4th season. Or I'm actually on the 4th season now, Freak Show. And I don't know how I got inspired to start watching it again, but I watched, I think the second season was Asylum. And then ironically, the third season, Coven, which is set in New Orleans, I finished it the day before I went to New Orleans. So, and I'm almost finished with Freak Show. Very excited to start Hotel after that. And then what, the newest season is going to be Roanoke, I think. Definitely not for everyone. If you're the squeamish type, you may not enjoy it because it is incredibly creepy. But it is a really good show, and I just love how they have the same cast members each season playing different characters and having completely different storylines. A show that I actually binge watched while I spent my week in DC in February was the Santa Clarita Diet with Drew Barrymore. Oh my god, so glad that I listened to my friends up there and actually watched it. I ended up binge watching it over the course of like the first night that I was there. It was crazy. The episode's only 30 minutes, and I think the first season has maybe 12 episodes, so like 6 hours worth of material. As Timothy Olyphant, who I've always loved, that's how you say his last name. I loved him since the movie Go. Dude, you guys remember that movie? And it's like his first real take at comedy. Basically, if you're into The Walking Dead, if you're into zombies, you're really gonna like this show because Drew Barrymore's character basically dies without knowing it and basically turns into a zombie very slowly. It's very violent, very morbid, but has the greatest one-liners. So looking forward to the next season. Another great show for you to check out, the Santa Clarita Diet. The next app that I really got to get a lot of use of while I was in New Orleans that I've never really used before, I think I've only used it maybe twice in the past 2 years, is Groupon. Oh my god, Groupon is fantastic. One of the tours that me and my niece got to do in New Orleans normally would have costed $25 per person. With the Groupon deal I found, we ended up only having to pay $3 per person. And then the second tour that we did, which normally costs $40 for 2 people, we only ended up paying $20 to do it for the both of us. So Groupon, fantastic. I kind of have to have self-control to not check out the daily deals on it. But if you're traveling anywhere and looking for things to do, you should check it out on Groupon first to see if they're offering any deals. Because some of the deals that they offer seems too good to be true. But I've learned with my most recent New Orleans trip that it's all legit. Another app that people are going to be like, where have you been? I really got good use of when I was in DC and in New Orleans, and I actually have recently used it here where I live, is the Uber app. Very convenient, much more safe than hailing a taxi. The app basically links you to a person and their personal information, their vehicle and their license plate number and all that stuff. Or not their license plate, but their Uber plate number. Takes the mystery out of hailing a cab, and then you get to see the fare and how long it will take them to get you there. Uber, thank God for it, and thank God that where I live we finally got it. On a more serious note, if you ever think of socializing and going out, and if you are of age to drink, Uber is the way to go. If you don't have a DD, it's the way to go. It's just a couple clicks on your phone. So if you guys have never used it before, I can give you a code where you can get your first ride basically for free. I hate to say, my niece kind of took advantage of that when we were in New Orleans because she had never used it before. And so I sent her my code, which gave her a free ride. And we both rode on that ride together. And then because she used my code, you do earn a free ride yourself. So we were able to travel throughout the city the whole day, and we didn't have to pay for anything. Because she got her ride for free, and then I got my ride for free in return that we both used together. So Uber is phenomenal. If you're like weary of it, don't be. I mean, the mystery of just hailing a cab or calling a cab, you don't know when it's going to come. Uber actually tracks it on the GPS so you can see where the car is. You don't know whose car you're getting into when you just randomly hail a cab or call for one. Like, there's no real link of you and that cab driver. Uber provides that link in case, God forbid, anything happens, but really a person would be really dumb to do anything to you. The next thing I've talked about before, but it was really enlightening for me when I actually looked up how much money I've saved with this savings app, Digit. It sounds kind of weird, but you basically link it to your checking account and it analyzes your account and basically makes daily, sometimes every 2 or 3 days, debits. You know, I'm the type of person where I don't write everything down that I spend. I just check my balance and I have a roundabout amount in my head. Digit is like saving without having to think about it. I have had an account since June and I've actually managed, it's been 10 months now, almost a year. I've actually managed to save 600 bucks without even thinking about it. It's a really easy system. If you ever need the money, it's literally just a text away. You have a agent that texts you on a daily basis to tell you what your balance is, and you can ask it questions and stuff. And then you can actually request to withdraw the money if you have an emergency that comes up. And it's back in your account. If you do it before 5 p.m., I think, you have it in your account the next day. But anyway, if you're looking for a way to save without having to think about it, it promises to never overdraw your account. Digit is a really cool app to use. The next two favorites I would say are YouTubers. Two YouTubers that I've followed for a really long time. I really enjoy the talk of my favorites videos whenever, yeah, that was a little weird. Whenever my favorite YouTubers actually respond to like my comments and stuff. And so the first one's Clarita, who is I don't know if she lives in London, but she's from England, and she's a beauty blogger that I've followed forever. Well, she like responded to one of my comments on one of her most recent videos, which I think is pretty cool. And then the second one, I'm sure a lot of you know, would be Carly Bible. I've watched her from the beginning. I don't know, I just have a lot of respect for her. She obviously has done very well with her YouTube career and her affiliations and stuff, but whenever she talks about products, she offers like a good mix of both high end and low end. And then like the collaborations that she's done with BH Cosmetics and also with her new company Bravana Beauty, her products are always really affordable, like within a decent range. I watched another YouTuber today who's doing a beauty box with a company, and when I actually went to look at how much the box was, it was $150. That's not within everyone's price range. Carly seems to always be really thoughtful of all of her followers, and I actually, possibly the next video I film is going to be an unboxing of the 2 charity bracelets I purchased from her new company. But she actually responded to me on Instagram. This is her Bravana Beauty page, which of course has less followers than her beauty page, or her actual personal Instagram. But yeah, she actually put forth the effort to comment back on people that recently purchased her palette and also her charity bracelets, which I thought was really cool. She and I went back and forth. A teeny tiny conversation where she thanked me, you know, and basically told me that, you know, her success is due to me and everyone else that has followed her over the years. So Carly Bible, I just feel like she's one of those YouTubers that has like, who's actually genuine, you know? The last random favorite I'm going to talk about is an app, Spotify. I've had an account for over a year, but I just learned recently, because I'm an idiot, that you can actually look up artists and pull up like their albums and stuff through it. And so one of my favorite bands for the longest time has been the Gorillas. They're actually going to release their first album in like 5 years at the end of the month. And so I basically just looked them up and was able to pull up all their albums on Spotify and download them to my library. So I'm like on this happy Gorillas train whenever I drive in my car. But yeah, Spotify, it's a great app. I think it's like $9.99 a month, but I have to say I think it's pretty much worth it, because you can basically look up almost anything and find it and then save it to your library. And some songs you can listen to offline, which is pretty cool. Finally, gonna get into some beauty stuff. I hate to say this video is gonna be mostly the random things I've talked about, but I'm gonna do nails next. These 3 julep polishes I have worn recently and received a lot of compliments on. This first one is Sylvie, which is a beautiful pink glitter. This next one is Shea, and it's like this beautiful frosty, like mint, or more like a seafoam green. And this last one is Tolly, and this is what they call a liquid holographic. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but it is indeed a beautiful holographic. I think in my last video I was wearing this, so if you want like a live shot. The best way I can compare this color to is the new blue $100 bill. I hate to say, the only makeup item I have is this Milk Makeup. I'm gonna put up the word because I don't really know how to pronounce it. But it's their mascara that I got in one of my random Birch boxes that I unboxed recently. Has a very interesting brush. I guess the thing that stands out about this mascara is the fact that it doesn't smudge as horrible as other ones. And then I feel like it does do a really good job of lengthening and separating my lashes. The next thing coincides with Scentbird. I love this monthly perfume subscription service. I've talked about it before. But it's the fragrance that I got. I can't think of the name right now. Is it Nest? I'll put it up. But the specific scent is called Midnight Fleur. When I wore this fragrance, got tons of compliments from both men and women. People telling me when I would walk by them, "Oh my God, what are you wearing? It smells so good." And Scentbird, for only what, $14.95 a month, allowed me to try this fragrance and use it for basically a month. It comes in these vials. Oh yeah, it is Nest. Haha, I had it in here. You get sent these monthly vials. Of course, you pick your fragrance. If you're a woman, you can pick a cologne if you'd like. I've done that because I like to wear men's fragrances too. And you just slide it in the atomizer, and then there you go. 14 bucks a month allows me to try these really nice high-end fragrances without having to purchase and commit to a full-size bottle. And I think, you guys, the last category I'm talking about is skincare. And this coincides with an influencer program, which I absolutely love. They sent me recently, it's funny how I accidentally matched this line. They actually sent me the whole new Ole Henriksen Balance line, which is specifically for oily skin. I'll link my video where I unbox this and talk about the product line more. But if you have extremely oily skin, this cleanser, toner, and AM and PM moisturizer, because it doesn't have an SPF, will change your skin. Now, of course, my skin is still oily, but it is not as oily as it used to be since I've started using these products. So, it has eucalyptus in it, so you feel like this minty tingling sensation whenever you use the products. But yes, this is probably the first product line I've used in a really long time where I actually saw a difference in my oil production. And I think this is going to be it for my March, technically also February favorites. Again, any links to these products that I can find where you can possibly purchase or find out more information, I'll put down in the description. And this is it. Again, this is Rose, and thank you so much for watching this crap. If you have any questions, again, include them in a comment below. And if you found this video at all helpful or entertaining, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and become a part of my random family. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications. And until next time, I hope you all have a great day, and you will see me again hopefully